Top facts leading up to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The assassination of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, remains one of the most controversial and talked about events in American history. In this video, we will take a closer look at the top facts leading up to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. 10. Political climate. The political climate leading up to JFK's assassination was one of intense polarization. On one hand, there was a growing sense of optimism and progressivism as the United States was making significant strides in the space race and civil rights movement. However, there was also a sense of disillusionment and cynicism towards government institutions, fueled by events such as the Bay of Pigs fiasco and the Cuban Missile Crisis. This polarization was further exacerbated by the 1960 presidential election, which was one of the closest in history and featured controversial allegations of voter fraud. Additionally, JFK's Catholicism and youth made him a controversial figure among conservative and establishment circles. 9. Civil rights movement. The civil rights movement was at its peak during JFK's presidency, and it played a significant role in his administration's policies. JFK's brother and Attorney General, Robert F. Kennedy, played a critical role in advancing civil rights, and JFK was a vocal supporter of desegregation and equal rights. However, the movement also faced significant opposition and resistance, particularly in the southern states. JFK's decision to send federal troops to enforce desegregation in Alabama, in what is known as the Stand in the Schoolhouse Door, was a defining moment in the movement's history. The assassination of civil rights leader Medgar Evers just a few months before JFK's own death further underscored the dangerous and volatile nature of the movement. 8. Bay of Pigs invasion. The Bay of Pigs invasion was a failed CIA-sponsored attempt to overthrow Fidel Castro's communist government in Cuba. The operation was planned during the Eisenhower administration, but was approved and executed under JFK's presidency. The invasion was poorly planned and executed, with a lack of air support and intelligence leading to the defeat of the US-backed forces. The botched operation was a significant blow to JFK's credibility and further fueled anti-American sentiment in Cuba and other Latin American countries. The failed invasion also created tension between JFK and the CIA, which felt betrayed by the president's reluctance to provide adequate support for the mission. 7. Vietnam War escalation. The Vietnam War was a major factor leading up to JFK's assassination. During his presidency, JFK increased American involvement in the conflict, sending thousands of military advisors and increasing military aid to the South Vietnamese government. However, this escalation was met with resistance and protests from anti-war activists and some members of Congress. The Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1964, in which the U.S. claimed that North Vietnamese naval vessels had attacked American ships, led to a further escalation of the conflict, with Congress authorizing the use of military force against North Vietnam. This decision sparked even more protests and intensified the polarization in the country. 6. Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald is widely believed to be the sole gunman who assassinated John F. Kennedy. Oswald was a former Marine and had defected to the Soviet Union before returning to the United States with his wife and children. He had a history of left-wing activism and was known to be a supporter of Fidel Castro and communist ideology. Oswald was working at the Texas School Book Depository in Dallas at the time of JFK's assassination and was spotted in the building by witnesses. He was arrested later that day after killing a police officer and was eventually charged with the assassination of JFK. Despite his claims of innocence, Oswald was killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby 2 days later while being transferred between jails. 5. Texas visit. On November 21, 1963, JFK and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy arrived in Texas for a political trip that included stops in San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas. The purpose of the trip was to drum up support for JFK's 1964 re-election campaign and to mend some political fences in the state. JFK had lost Texas in the 1960 election, and there was some resentment among Texas Democrats towards the Kennedy administration. The trip was marked by large and enthusiastic crowds, with JFK delivering speeches that touched on civil rights, space exploration, and international relations. However, the trip was also marred by several security concerns, including threats against JFK's life and a near miss with a potential assassin in Houston. 4. Assassination. On November 22, 1963, during his visit to Dallas, JFK was assassinated while riding in an open car with his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy. The assassination was a shock to the nation and the world, and it remains a subject of intense interest and controversy. Despite the official investigation conducted by the Warren Commission, which concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in the assassination, many Americans remain skeptical and believe that there was a larger conspiracy at play. The assassination of JFK was a defining moment in American history, marking the end of an era of optimism and progressivism and ushering in a new era of cynicism and suspicion. The loss of JFK was felt deeply by many Americans who saw him as a symbol of hope and change. 3. Warren Commission. The Warren Commission was established by President Lyndon B. Johnson to investigate the assassination of JFK. The commission was led by Chief Justice Earl Warren and included several prominent politicians and lawyers. The commission's report, released in September 1964, concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in the assassination and that there was no evidence of a larger conspiracy. The report was met with skepticism and criticism, with many Americans finding it difficult to believe that a single gunman could have carried out such a complex and coordinated attack. The Warren Commission's findings have been the subject of intense scrutiny and debate, with many conspiracy theories challenging the official account of events. 2. Conspiracy theories. The assassination of JFK has given rise to countless conspiracy theories, with many Americans believing that there was a larger plot or cover-up at play. Some theories suggest that Lee Harvey Oswald was part of a larger conspiracy involving the CIA, organized crime, or even foreign governments. Others point to inconsistencies and unanswered questions in the official investigation and argue that there was a concerted effort to conceal the truth. The proliferation of conspiracy theories surrounding JFK's assassination reflects the deep sense of mistrust and cynicism towards government institutions that characterized the era. While many of these theories lack concrete evidence and rely on speculation and conjecture, they continue to capture the imagination of the public and fuel ongoing debates about the true nature of JFK's death. 1. Legacy. The assassination of JFK left a profound impact on American society and politics. JFK's legacy is one of hope and inspiration, with many Americans looking to his leadership as a symbol of progress and change. JFK's presidency was marked by significant accomplishments in civil rights, space exploration, and international diplomacy, and his vision for a better America remains a source of inspiration for many. However, JFK's legacy is also one of tragedy and loss, as his untimely death cut short a promising career and left many questions unanswered. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.